Let's go. We're back for another one. Underground World News Live. Here on this 8/19/2026. Good evening. I hope all is well. Let's get the mic check in. Got to thank Scaby. Got to thank Steely. Legendary. Thank you for the super chats out the gate. Lakeville. Much respect, Fat Finger. Much love to everybody out there. Lowrider, dropping the subs. Thank you so much, Kenny. E. Fitz. Jocelyn. Big Pimpin' Jay from the Ville out there. Sheepdog. Lunar. John Boy, thank you for everything. MC. Kim. Arrest Fauci. Silver Sailor. So, plenty to cover here tonight. Going to try to wrap it up within 2 hours. Got a layout here a little bit different than usual, but I don't know, the way things go with the war and the economic stuff, they blend together so much. I usually call them separated. I just got them put together here. And Cannons, getting that membership there from Dave. Lisa in the house, Tiffany, Odd E, Crystal, Zillion. Much love, everybody. Hope all's good. Just trying to make the most of it every day, right? The best you can. I want to thank everyone out there that shares the stream. Kev Barr, Hoodie Ross, Kenny, D. White, Lauren, everybody, man, I appreciate it to the fullest. Bullion. Some of you guys got different names over on X and on different platforms. I don't even know who you are over here. It's crazy. Sometimes I go in years like that. Like, oh, I didn't know that you were that person over on that. Yeah, well, when you got different names, that's what happens. Sweet Barb. All right, man, we got a lot going on here. I do appreciate any information you guys sent to me. If you need to send something, it's stop7@yahoo.com. If you send YouTube videos, I do my best to watch them. Most of the time, I can't share them because of copyright, but I do try to glean all the information out of it to share with everyone as much as possible. And if you do send links, please send me some information with it, not just a link, because I don't click on them. With that said, you can at me in the chat to get my attention. I do appreciate dropping the memberships, the super chats, anyone that buys a coffee. Appreciate it to the fullest. Thank you so much, Steve. To the fullest. Granted, everyone else out there, I appreciate it more than you know. For real. All right, with lots to get into here. We got another recall here, a blueberry recall upgrade. So this is up to the highest level. They're saying a reasonable probability of death. So just add this to all the recalls. It's the highest warning you can get. So last month, this Chile-based Frutas y Hortilas issued a recall for its Greenwise organic frozen blueberries after it showed positive results for E. coli. This has been popping up more and more. Again, you have the whole parasite thing that is going on. It's still ongoing. If you don't know, it's still ongoing. They don't have an answer for it, which is really suspicious to me. With everything that they do, everything goes on in this evil world. They came out and they said it was Taco Bell lettuce, but then they came out and said, no, it was a false positive, and never told us how it was popping up in all these different places all across the country. Now, come on now. It's coming from different places, different providers. It's not like it's coming from the same grower, passing through the same processing plant, completely different places, spread out all over the place. That, to me, is a huge red flag. Their quietness is another huge flag. Tells me they did it. I don't need no evidence or proof. God gave me a gift. I'm not stupid. I can see who prospers from all this. It's the same culprit. I'm used to catching this culprit, by the way. Yeah. Same old enemy running loose out there. Hopefully one day we get some people together that got the kahunas to actually go out and do something about it. But, yeah, we're just a big experiment, and this is another recall on that experiment. I hope you don't have exploding guts or any of that stuff from any of this crap. Again, someone's doing it. Yeah. You better hope you didn't have no blueberry biscuit or Hoodie Ross. You better run to the ER, son. Check your blood. I had to mess with Hoodie. He can take it. He's got some thick skin. All right, so let's go to El Nino. This is something that's crucial going on right now. I believe it's kind of a manipulated that really, however which way they throw it, they can do whatever they want with it. It can serve to generate a lot of heat and energy and to fuel storms. El Nino can. They can flip it. They can go out La Nina, and they can kind of reverse that trend. Either way it goes, it's this high energetic spot right down there over the equator that sits it's in the same spot. No matter where it forms or how it forms, it's like it's in the same region, in that same area, which is kind of peculiar. Why not out in the middle of the ocean somewhere, somewhere over there, over here? No, it's always right in the same little spot. I wonder how much technology they've got set up over there, because that's one area I'm not too sure of. Not a lot goes on over there on that side of the Panama that's reported on. Um, a lot of open ocean over there in the Pacific. Let me tell you, the biggest stretch on the planet. But Super El Nino could fuel drought. It could fuel hurricanes, and it can also add to pressure. Storm systems come through the area, which could also trigger earthquakes, earthquake activity. Which, oddly enough, I will say, with this El Nino kicked up, it's right there in an area where we've seen some big quakes. We've seen some medium, decent activity along the whole coast there, down from Mexico to Guatemala, all the way up into Baja, just mid range. But then you hit the big quakes hit Venezuela, Colombia. And they're saying Peru, Chile, that whole pinch point is due as well, which I would say it is. Anyhow, keep it pushing. Let's meet the pro-Trump. I almost couldn't even get that out. It's hard to pro-Trump billionaire here who paid $40 million for this fugly Ferrari, and his name's Dr. Herbert Wertheim, and spent $40 million just so he could drive this thing when he needs to get up on the highway and get going somewhere rather quickly. That's what he said. I don't think so, buddy. I'll be smoking you. And whatever gas-powered car I got, you can have your Ferrari. It's going to be embarrassing. You're going to get smoked. Anyhow, I don't know why people are doing this, but this guy's that individual that just dropped $2 million for a private little dinner with Trump. Glad he's got it like that, right? Like, how are you helping the world? Douchebag. How are you helping the world? Are any of you fools with all your money doing anything? Like, something bigger is watching, and they seem to be oblivious to this. Like, absolutely oblivious to, like, something created all this power, all this. They just don't care. And see, that's the separation. That's what you better hope you never get lost in. Most of you see it, and you know it, but the material world, this guy just, I couldn't imagine having all this and then having to go answer to something higher and being like, oh yeah, I did nothing with it. I was selfish. And when they tell you you have to hop back in line and you have to go back through and learn some lessons, you're going to feel pretty guilty and probably do it then. But I'm not coming back to this bitch. Never again. Crypto King, thank you for the coffees. Sick of this place. Salutes to the veterans. Hey, I appreciate that to the fullest, brother. Pure Bloods Unite, he says. I appreciate the support more than you know. Don't get him twisted. Crypto King, he dropped some stuff over there. You don't get the name wrong. Maybe you need to do it. Switch up there. Silver all day, baby. Yeah, what's crazy, just to build all them Bitcoin mining operations and all that stuff, you need all these precious metals to do it. you need the real deal. On to the next, which is Uber. Uber, DoorDash, for a minute, offered some opportunity out there, maybe still for some folks in terms of job, be able to make some money, which is good, because this day and age, we're getting wiped out. But Uber eyes a 1 million daily drone delivery system. It's called Zipline. And you're about to see ultra fast air delivery that's be bringing groceries. And what they're going to have to do here is this is going to mean that a whole area of airspace is going to become commercialized, like it already is. I'm going to tell you, the FAA gives out the frequency, like the bandwidth, the codes for everything. For anything has to do with the air and flight, and like any kind of altitude, like, planes got to fly at a certain altitude. Of course, you can't have drones anywhere around an airport, but I'm going to tell you that the airport up in northern Kentucky, Cincinnati CVG, Amazon's hub is built into the airport, and their complete drone facility is right there. So it's launching off side array of runways where it can't interfere. I mean, they have to have this stuff coordinated and figured out to some degree here, but I guarantee you there's going to be accidents. I guarantee you there's going to be mishaps. There always is. And there's always going to be just the freak stuff. Like these drones are hitting the skies more and more. It's going to hit a flock of bird, a flock of geese. That type of stuff's going to happen. Packages going to get dropped. Things going to crashing down on people's roofs, houses. There's going to be lawsuits and maybe some deadly events. Matter of fact, drones are deadly. You just don't understand how dangerous they are until one chops into you. I've had it happen. Right down to the bone in my arm. Just like that. Yeah. Gonna be massive drones in the skies. Eyes to the skies on that one. By the end of 2029, so by 2030, this whole place can be looking different, 100%. Robots gonna be everywhere. Already are, right? Got some clips here. What up there, Gio? Go. Much love. Unitree has their IPO soar 460% because people are realizing, hold on, like these things are like taking off. Well, in terms of money spent, you may see more money roll into the robot industry versus AI. There's crazy things happening here. I'm going to show you what these robots are doing. Probably going to have to mute this, but yep. All right, again, I'm going to back this up. Oh, there it is, slow motion. This freaking robot just jumped. Could have kicked its face off. Bam! Right there. Could just kicked his face off. Broke his neck, snapped it, gone, dead. And then out of here. Like you may never hear, I got another one. These robots are everywhere, and it's gone to a whole new level. Here is the one breaking like a new record. Let's see. According to the company, Unitree robot reached a speed of 12.66 meters a second. Usain Bolt hit 12.42. So I mean, it's right there with him. The robot still doesn't know how to stop, though. Apparently, it ran into a wall. Right. That's boxed. And these things, again, you don't know what they're going to do. Karate chopping in the chest, they can fall over. Robots, man, they're here to stay. They're not going anywhere. So check this out. I've been telling you the biggest part is Terminator, right? It's where they turn these things into war weapons. Where they're doing it slowly. They first warm you up by saying, "Oh, come get you a robot that can help you cook and clean the house and walk the dog and even serve as protection." Lightweight. They hint at the lethality part right there, but Elon Musk and China don't keep this hidden. They've got legions, and these things are weaponized with anything and everything you can think of: guns, lasers, saws, knives, bombs, anything you think of. Anything you can think of. It's scary, and they've got them mass produced at this point. So, what's the U.S. doing? They're rolling out humanoid war bots on the southern border to combat weaponized migrant flows. And this is how it begins. The desensitizing continues. to another level. See, when rapists or drug dealers, whatever they brand them, remember, they just blow people up in boats and no one cares. All they're drug dealers with no proof. So someone, you don't know, a woman and her kids trying to slip into America, this robot sees some Terminator, smokes them on the border. All you got told is a bunch of baddies got killed. Body count number, no names, no other details. Don't say it can't happen. It already is. They're already smoking dudes in boats all day long. And again, you don't know if that's women and children either. No one gives a flying around here anymore. No care, no compassion, no empathy for life. Really, no one has the kahunas to step up to the beast. That's why I salute anyone and everyone that does to the end. Because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a large gathering of people that just had enough and get with it. And you're going to have to do it while you have time to get organized. It cannot be when the lights are out in a crisis situation. You won't stand a chance. These bots and drones are going to come in. Yeah. People have no idea. This is a setup. Let me keep on going here. You're going to see how much of a setup we're in. And you're going to see just how easy this whole thing is for the enemy. Here's one. It's pretty big. Got it entitled there, Comcast turning millions of routers into motion sensors. And they did it in the blink of an eye. I'm going to tell you that this was a trap the whole time and a plan and a ploy because they knew before they ever put this out there that they could do this. So what they're doing now is they're being like, oh, voila, guess what? It's a free feature. It comes with this certain package. What this is Wi-Fi motion. It turns one of their packages here into house security. And what it does is it gets a read on you every single time you're in the house. So much so that it knows you. If you walk into the house, knows your dogs, knows your animals, anything else. And it knows this pattern. But if someone new steps into the house, it's going to notice this. And this is going to set off a pattern. So you have friends over for the first time. Like the house system is going to pick it up. And the Comcast is going to know it. And so is your government. Okay? Because in the fine print, what they don't tell people, up front on the $15 a month tier, the Shield Select, is that every bit of the information is shared with third-party individuals, primarily the government. So it can ID you with a 99.5% accuracy. You don't need anything else. Okay? If the building has been wired for Wi-Fi, it is tracking everything. So I'm going to tell you, every single mall that you walk into, every store is like this, okay? Every single hotel is like this, big time. Everywhere. Anywhere that's got Wi-Fi, which is like everywhere these days. And 5G is sprawled out across everything. 6G now that people aren't even aware of. Isn't even being talked about because so much is going on. And that's being utilized from space, from satellite. Okay, works in a whole different way, but I don't know what's going on. Large scale, it's like the big black magic trick. Something has happened to where, well, I think I know what it is. A ton of people fell into the MAGA trap, and they have been so disheveled by it, like so burned by it, that they've disconnected. Those that have come to reality, come to terms with it. It's just part of a process for some. I don't suggest ever just turning a blind eye to anything going on in the world, but some people, they had to walk off the sting, I guess, because it got them bad. And at least they realized it, is all I can say. And I've seen and heard this a lot, and it's more so than anything. When I talk to you about where's the Patriots at, where's this and that, well, I told you, MAGA sucked them up, chewed them, and spit them out. And they haven't recovered yet. They haven't fully recovered. Some have. You can tell by the ones that just admit it out there. Some will never admit it. Some are going to ride this thing, rock wheels fall off. Some are making too much money. Some have protection from the beast. It's pathetic. It's sick. I had some cats that were around me for years that apparently some of them fell into both traps, it seems. So it seems some got a visit from the feds, didn't have the balls to tell me about it. And they're no longer around. And then others fell into the MAGA, I'm guessing, chest deep, because they knew that if they didn't, I guess the feds were going to be coming after them too. And that's garbage. So they sucked up to MAGA is what they did. Instead of being a J6 victim, they went and they played the card of going to every freaking rally, selling all the product, tooting the horn the whole way. And that's pathetic. It's embarrassingly pathetic. Some of the what I would call the biggest patriots out there that were around me, which you should know, those that have been around that are no longer here even mentioned, were frauds. And it's disgusting and sad and it's pathetic, but it's the truth. How are you ever going to get anywhere like that? Dudes care more about living cush on a little horse ranch with the horsies and selling their product and making money than they do this country and the oath they took to protect it. That's Buster to me. Ain't no friend. Ain't no friend to nothing. Not to me, to this country, to the Constitution. Get something higher watches. And this tells me they don't mind it. They don't mind that we're sitting here noticing that they're cozying up to pedos and pedo protectors. I mean, what does that really make you in your mindset? Really? If you're okay with being in close proximity to people that do bad things to children and you're not calling it out, what does that make you? What does that make you? In your mentality, what would you then do? Would you turn it? That tells me you would turn a cheek if you saw something happen. That's what it tells me about you. Yeah. You see, you'll tell them by their fruits. So, all of them. Let's go to the Cherokee Nation. There's some cats I'd ride with. Actually, it's in my blood. I am Cherokee. And great grannies that were full blood. And man, oh man, I wish that some of the elders would have just lived a little bit longer. So, by the time I am sure enough, at least, to start asking questions about this world, they were around to ask, but they always fall off like right before you get there. That's why I fight so hard to get knowledge into the hands of the youth, so they don't have to suffer this. Get this knowledge early. Know who the enemy is. Help you navigate this life clearly. It's not going to make it any happier. The happiness, I'm going to be honest with you, in this life is when you were living blind, when you were younger and there was no worries, and it was just because you didn't know the real world. You thought it was different, but the world was different. It was different no matter what. There was a time back when, when I was a kid, we were out riding bikes till, street lights came on, and that was summertime, and like, y'all know it. Like, those days are long gone. Like, way gone and never coming back. So it's just like, appreciate what you had, and you got to realize where we're at and where we're going. Where we're going is not good. I mean, just look at what they did to the indigenous of this country. Look what they do to everybody. They don't care about no one. They don't care about us. But they took the Indians and they stick them on plantations all across the place. And now they're coming in. Well, that's awesome, Reaper. Much love. I know a lot of people got connections, roots to the Indians out there across the country, but most of them were put on plantations, treated like slaves, like garbage. And that was only to save face, because they could have done a lot worse and try to eradicate them all, I'm telling you, but that wouldn't look good for the books. And look what they're doing now. Not only do they slip up in there and they want to run pipelines that have burst and spill oil all over the place, like we've seen over the years, and cause massive protests, and rightfully so. But now they're coming the other avenue. They're saying, guess what? We're coming with a data center. And this is what's kind of disheartening here is, how the government is. They lie and they play these games and these ruse, where they're acting like if they're telling them that if they can't put this data center in there, their people will like have no connection to certain things. They're going to get cut off. They're like being lightweight threatened, but like half the community is falling for it, because that's how it goes. But a majority of the Cherokee Nation rose up and said, no, we don't want this. even though there's already plans to do it. And they've already gone on to other reservations. But Cherokee Nation releasing a statement on data centers saying that 64% of their citizens do not support hyperscale data center construction within the reservation. That is a 7,000 square kilometer area. I mean, what do? Pull out the bow and arrows, start going to war? I could see them hold down the ground, man. This is in northeast Oklahoma, where the nation has legislative and judicial powers. Oh, I mean, hey, hold it down, man. Only 14% support. So kick them out, don't let them in. I have Indians all the way up down every damn ridge on horseback, staring them down. Oh my kid, you got these things, you got flex, man. When sit on that ass, man. That's why this country goes by. They won't be sitting on that ass when the lights go out. The lazy ass is gonna get bit. Everyone that doesn't never planned accordingly, they can get bit because it's coming. I got one lined up here. We're gonna tear into Tennessee. It's coming here in just a couple. They're telegraphing it again, just like I said in the song. Fat Finger says, "Happy birthday, Frog." I seen you call yourself that earlier, so I'm calling you that. The video. Let's go to them. Huge move. What are they gonna do? Another data center. Guess what? Guess where this one's going? Ohio. I know I got a lot of Ohio cats out there listening in. Anybody want to go rally? Come on now. Let's go have a picnic. Senator's front lawn. Let's go have a freaking data center rally somewhere. Let's just go do something. And people sick of this sitting around doing nothing. Like, I mean, if you're in Ohio and this is popping off, man, I'd be all over this, man. Portsmouth, South, Pike County. They're going to put up a $105 billion data center. That could be going to streets. They could be going to schools. They could be going to you. Nah. It's going to data centers, man. You know what $105 billion could do for your town? Huh? Well, once we test it out, it won't happen. And nobody care about nothing except for whatever their agenda is, right? So the people pissed off, but are they pissed off enough? Again, people can be pissed off. They come out and they can shout them down and vote no, and then people sitting in front of them go ahead and vote yeah. That's an atrocity. And I'm telling you, the people should be arrested when they do this. Again, if you've got a big event for a data center or against flock cameras, I don't care what it is, man. Email me. I'm chomping at the bit here. I want to get out and live stream and be a part of something here and just get connected up, because sometimes, who knows, find something. Maybe it's traveling, go multiple places. Spread the word. Who cares? As long as it's positive, it's the right thing. You gotta do something here. The power's getting sucked up left and right. Look at this. Texas at a new peak demand record, faces an 80% supply shortfall by 20. How are you? 80%? Are you kidding me? It's stupid numbers. 2030. Absolutely smack you in the face with the brick stupid numbers while this place is getting dwindled away. People just sitting there, thumb up their ass, just don't care, looking around like, oh, somebody else is going to fix it. No one's coming to fix nothing. This place is getting wiped out right in front of your face, and you better start preparing accordingly, because it's a slow kill. And this whole Hormuz thing is all the main grinders are gonna see, if you haven't figured it out. It's the main thing churning it the whole time here now. They got a main source here of causing the headache and the problem, cutting everything off. And it's not just Hormuz, Strait of Tears, as you can see here in a minute. So, what else are we missing? Oh yeah, we're missing a lot of water in this country. Desperate for water. Guess what? maybe Idaho, somebody up in Idaho has been listening to the show. They're looking for cloud seeding. Now, we used to always rip cloud seeding because it was a weather weapon, right? It still is. But it doesn't have to be a weapon. It can be used for good to make rain. And that rain can fall on all the ground and flow through all the aquifers and get all the mineral it needs to come out of spring water and be fresh water for everyone everywhere. And they just won't do it. All right. Well, Idaho stepping up, having a meeting where they're talking about doing just that.
Meeting and without the first
Bunch of old silverheads here, but at least somebody's getting together and they're doing it. People are pissed off. Who else is going to be? What else is going to be? All the water reservoirs are drying up to like, wow, like just looking at some of these numbers here on this chart. Littlewood. This is just in one basin, Pacific Northwest region, major shortage in the reservoirs. So we talk about Lake Powell, we talk about Lake Mead, the Colorado River, all that is major for sure. But then you've got like other big basins like this, and all their lakes are like running low, especially in this state. Like their biggest basins are super low. There's ups and downs with everything. Is Idaho desperate for water? I would say, yeah, they are here. Let's put it like this. The way I see it, there's different ways to cloud seed. Silver iodide's one. Of course, too much of all this is chemicals in the clouds. Obviously, it's not the natural process. It can turn water blue because you have a high concentration of the chemical still in it when it falls. But once all that is diluted out, it's missing its mineral content too. Okay, so it has to go to the earth, like I said, to pick that up. Space Cow, thank you for the coffee. I don't know. It's a way. I would be putting up desalination plants big time everywhere, like all up and down the coastline. It would be mandatory, but just, I don't know if anyone's out there listening. It's a start though. You have got to start doing something. So let's jump into some of these power corridors here. Actually, let me cover this one first. This is my one on Flock. A quick update. We've got another police officer fired. We've had them in all kinds of states. I think Georgia was one of the major ones last time. This time it's South Carolina. Individual here using it improperly and catching charges. Another police officer. Happening left and right. So my motto is, a hashtag I came up with is keep Flock off the block, or get Flock off the block. Take your pick. We having a little fun with it. Jay from DeVille out there was kicking up some stuff, but it's the same thing. Keep the Flock off the block. Just that simple. However you want to see it and put it. I ain't even got any. And thank you so much there, Brian from NJ for the coffee. Again, Space Cow. I don't even have any T-shirts that I sell, like anything like I need to like open something back up because like this stuff needs to be. We need to be pushing. No one else gonna rep us. Like that's for damn sure. But keep it pushing. Got all these things to cover. All right, I'm gonna jump into the big stuff here. To me, there's nothing bigger than when the grid goes down. We've warned about every way that you can think. Literally been warning about it for over a decade. Just because it's always seemed to be an inevitable thing that, like, just clearly seen at one point they're going to play the card, and then they telegraph it, and in the song, I actually say at the end, he clipped a part out of one of these videos where I said, and they're at it again. They're telegraphing, you know. And I stuck that in the end of a video I did today. But they're at it again. They're telegraphing that they're going to do this again. And some people just are like, well, why do they keep doing this? Well, those that can see, but what you've got to see is that the sheep don't see it. Part of the game is you've got to put truth. It's got to be embedded into the subliminal of the masses, and it's going to be embedded in there. Okay, it just can't be something they skip over. It's actually got to be consumed and embedded. Okay, so apparently this is all they're doing. They're planting the deep seeds here of a massive blackout. It's been going on for some time, for years. I've put out so many examples. It's nuts. And one of the scariest was the Lego movie that Iran dropped here not long ago, showing us that we are going to get hit, that a big button gets hit, and a bomb comes down out of the sky over America and it puts our lights out. Just one hit. And somebody hollering Uncommon. I see Uncommon slide in. What's up, my brother? Much love. I hope all is good. So we got a new warning. The new warning basically is an old warning, but it's just, again, they're telegraphing it for some reason. They want people to understand the basics of this, and I guess you can't blame them. People have to have some kind of education, right? Like, but are they grasping it? I don't know. That's why I keep repeating and putting all this stuff out there. But they're saying this can last 18 months. It's a year and a half. But here's the big thing. They are admitting and laying it out there again that you only have to see 9 of these substations across the country go down to take down the entire power grid. 9. So I always have people that come later, like I already had today, and I had on other videos, like, well, why would you put this information out there so someone could cripple it? This video needs to come down. It's like, no, you dumbass. This has been out there for a decade. You scared of your own fucking shadow? You want to live in darkness and not have this knowledge, and what the next person doesn't deserve to know it because you're scared? Is pathetic. Pathetic, man. The same idiots that turn around and believe that the enemy, the enemy is gonna save them. Same government's gonna save them, right? Same enemy government is gonna save them. Like, I don't get it. Anyhow, let me go on into some detail here. He says it does not matter here which 9 substations are taken offline either, as long as each one is among the 10 most important for the region. So apparently, there's 10 in each of the big 3 subsections that are the most important, and you just got to drop 9 out of those 30. 9 of those 30. And he said a bunch of 12-year-olds on the internet could do it pretty easily. So again, do people deserve to be, the enemy, a true enemy, or someone wants to know these things, have long pulled this off. So that's garbage. It's never them that do it anyway. It's always the same hand that does it anyway. The enemy, the same one that does every staged event, every FF event that we've ever witnessed. It's rogue alphabet gangs all the time, every time. All the time. Okay, so there's no question of who the enemy is at this point. Everybody knows. Everybody sees who's murdering everybody, who's murdered everybody, every legend you've ever known. It's the same people. Just another day, we're saying this thing. Come back tomorrow, a couple of days, it's gonna be the same thing. More dead bodies. Same people did it. Nobody cares. Isn't that ironic? Till somebody grows some kahunas again. Just waiting for somebody, cavalry, show up. Anyhow, we're gonna lose a big chance, especially in terms of communication, just getting together. Just good old getting together, having a plan. Guess what? The lights go out, man. You should come down my place. Meet me. Make sure your tanks are filled. But you can't even, if you're not meeting up with people and having a plan, you don't even have that. Everyone's done. Cell phones will go down, be down. Everything will be down. Everyone will be stuck in the little areas. Maybe you live an hour from work and you're stuck at work. You didn't even fill the gas tank up. You needed to when you were going to get out of work just to get home. Kids were off wherever, whatever. Cell phones are down. You have no way to get a hold of no one. People are stuck in different places and have no way to tell other family members. And they either take that long migration to try to get back home, or they sit where they're at and wait it out. Let me tell you, something very bad is coming to test the people. I remember years ago right here when they did this, they tested the grid and it was like freaking zombies. Like a part of the eastern grid went down, the Midwest, whatever, and people were out everywhere at NYC and everything, walking across the bridges and like just zombies. Like, where are they going? Where are people walking to? Where are they going? And like, people were just, like, everyone was walking. Where they were walking home or whatever, there was like huge hordes, as you can see here, of people just like walking everywhere. And it's a different day and age, man. People are going to be hurting so bad. Kids these days can't go 5 seconds without freaking internet and things like that. Nothing can go without internet. You can't pay for things. You can't run a credit card at the gas station if the internet's down. In your show, voice, you're not going to be able to connect to the world. I'm going to tell you, when this whole event happens, it's a reset event. And the scary part is you may never get on the internet again, because on the other side of it, this is a wall. Do you think the beast is going to miss this opportunity? This is like everything you've ever dreamt for if you're the beast. It's the grand reset, and it hasn't even happened. They telegraphed it for years. Again, they made sure they dropped the seed subliminally in your mind to know it's coming. And it's them. They can blame China, Iran, the boogeyman, just like they blamed a man in a cave for knocking down towers years ago. It's the same old song and dance with Iran right now. Same old weapons of mass destruction garbage. There's going to be blowback for all this, man. It's coming in short time. And I don't know, man. A million times I've said it. When the grid goes down, you better be ready. For real. 9 substations fall. And if something happens here, it won't matter. If the whole grid goes down, as they say here, emergency radios will be the only thing that people will be tuning into. And that will be the only thing that information will be flowing through. Okay? They just love to cut 50 off the stream, don't they? And keep me at that 850. You could tell what they're doing here, can't you? FERC says that once this all goes down, diesel is going to be the main thing people turn to. Okay, now think about this. We're walking right now into a diesel crisis, a diesel crunch. Thank you, Colin. That's if it's an EMP. Okay, what if it's not? It's just cyber attack or just grid down. What if it's just grid down? Because EMPs will drop planes, all vehicles will stop. It'll do a lot more damage than I think that they even want. Cyber attack's more manageable for them, for real. In a lot of different ways, but because we've war gamed this a million times, even for the government. Because there's just so many things that knocks out. Full scale, large scale. Diesel gas runs the emergency generators in every hospital, in every emergency spot anywhere. They have a 60-day supply. When that 60-day supply is gone, it's over. And they say that as soon as diesel breaks down, everything, the food breaks down, everything goes rather quickly. They go on here to list, China, Iran, the boogeymen. You can see where they're already trying to put the blame. It's like they're dropping these stories again to drop the seed, so that when it happens, you already know. You've already seen the stories over and over and over of who was planning this. It says the United States would then have to rely on international aid for food. What have I told you a million times? And China and Russia would actually be sending us help, like to rub it in. Like I'm telling you, it's a sick world, sick game, dude. Also, fresh water would all be used to make for the diesel at first. And the federal government would have to focus on repairing all the transformers and anything that's fried and down. Different parts would mean different things. So in the end, this is how it would go down. If the United States was to hit a year-long blackout, because you said a year and a half earlier, EMP, let's just give it a year, it would be catastrophic. Just flat out catastrophic. The first thing to go with the power is going to be the critical infrastructure like sewage plants, water treatment plants, which are being cyber attacked. Are they not? Yes, they are. En masse in many different states. That could be a whole different spectrum of the attack, like not just a different avenue at the same time. So that could go down. Hospitals, again, they would be able to remain operational as long as they have enough diesel or natural gas. With those emergency radios, people could listen in for updates on 73 different entry points, and they say there's 60 days of generator fuel, like I told you. But once that runs out, it becomes more difficult to restore the grid. At that point, the food supply, water, and fuel would degrade within days. So, just give you an outline. Over the years, I've reported on these substations getting attacked, shot at, over and over and over again, more than you could even believe, man. Like more than dozens of times, hundreds of times, over the hundreds of times. It happens that much. For a while there, it was happening a lot, but a lights out, grid down is something I take serious right now, and it doesn't have to be an EMP. I'm telling you that just cause, like, we're going in that direction. Let me keep going. Everything that I'm going to cover from here, like, ties in all this. I got to point this out, though, about teens not finding any jobs. Well, we're getting wrecked. Again, this whole thing. You got a kid, teenager out there trying to get a job. This is a heartbreaking story here. Kids that can't find jobs nowhere. They want to help their family. They want to go out. They want to work at 14, 15 years old. They can't do it because they cannot find a job anywhere. This is a story of a young kid out of Kentucky trying to find it and willing to do, like, whatever to earn a buck. And it's just not there. This country is getting destroyed. When you've got young people out there, like, willing, like, eager, to get out the house, to get out and live life, like to get out, get a job, like as anyone and everyone is at a young age, like to begin getting out on your own and like life. It's not there. So it's this country getting destroyed. Let's jump into the markets. The dollar tumbles, gold spikes, which took silver and the other metals with it. And everything goes up because of some comments from the Fed, from dissent. And this brings me to we're going to jump right on in here It's top of the hour, and we're going to go right on into this big story of Trump threatening Iran, Russia, and China because it ties right on to all this economically. And this, I'm telling you, this could result in major consequences, which it will. It already will. Imagine everything that he's saying here is going to blow back on you, on us. Imagine he's like, I'm going to drop a nuke on you, Iran, but you know that when he does, that whole mushroom cloud's going to blow back on us. Just imagine that. Economically here, it's the same way. Imagine he's yelling to them, like, we're going to shut you down. But this is what he's doing. Donald Trump, tonight, has come out and he's made the announcement that he is launching the most crushing economic operation ever taken against any country in the history of the world. He calls it Economic D-Day, and he drops a ton of threats with it. It's because he's been embarrassed and shut down, and it's the only move he has left to make is to throw a temper tantrum over on a stupid Truth Social, which is stupid as hell, one of the dumbest platforms ever. So this is what he's saying. Okay, I'm just going to read through the statement real quick so everyone is well aware of what he says here, even though it pains me to even try to do this. He says, no one has given the Islamic Republic of Iran a greater opportunity to make a deal than me. Tragically, for them, they have failed to take it. Therefore, today, I am announcing the most crushing economic operation ever taken against any country. This will be economic warfare and isolation on an unprecedented scale. Their navy's gone. That's a lie. Their air force is destroyed. That's a lie. Their military factories are now rubble. That's a lie. Their currency is worthless, and their country is hanging by a thread. Today, I am also announcing that any country that allows its financial institutions, businesses, banks, airports, government entities to provide any type of lifeline to Iran, they too will face tremendous economic consequences. Oil smuggling, swap lines, cash transfers, exchange houses, ship registries, front companies. They all need to stop now. Oh, why? Because they're skirting you? He says, you know who you are. This will be an economic D-Day, and we need all of your allies to stand up with the United States of America to isolate and defeat the Iranian threat. I don't think it's going to happen. These maniacs are on the ropes. These historic measures will cripple them in their ability to project terror worldwide. Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. Thank you for your attention on this matter. Trump. You're a piece of crap. You're of the darkest of darknesses that this country's ever seen. You have people from one end of the spectrum, like a Donald Trump, that completely sells your country out 100% to a foreign, freaking the Mossad. All right, come on. Like, just bow down to the beast. Complete opposite of someone that come from the bloodline like JFK that went to the top and called out this exact entity, the exact hand, the same entity, the same one that clipped JFK in the end. He bows down to them. Two different ends of the spectrum, so get with it. Okay? You know, we're way past, Trump, Biden. No. You have a choice to wake up or not. This is the left-right paradigm. People got caught in it. People voted for Trump. We gave them a pass on that. People got the jab. We gave them a pass on that. Right? But you have got to wake up. You've got to see what's going on here. You can't keep playing. You want to show up like, I'm going to take another jab and get out of here. You didn't learn a lesson. You want to show up here saying that, you got TDS because you're talking crap about Trump. Tells me you got a problem, a low IQ. Then you're still in love with this dude that protects pedos. And again, if you put yourself in that basket, dude, what kind of mindset do you have? You don't have a problem with a guy that protects pedos? You don't have a problem with people that protect people that do bad things to children? I'm gonna keep taking it right back to there because that's the reality of it. You idiots, you fools. They keep backing him, trying to sugarcoat it, tiptoe around it. I don't care. Get out of here. Never come back. I don't want to be around pedo protectors and people that like that. Nowhere near you. Bounce. Good. Some of you left. Don't come back. I don't pander to no one. If you can't tell. Anyhow, let's jump into the next leg of this. I know most of you are gonna preach to the choir at that point, but I would keep your eyes on the price of oil because all Trump's got to say is, "Oh, we got a deal," like he just did. He made a lie. He said, "We control the strait. No one's gonna get by it, right?" And everything pulled back. It's a head fake for watching the sheep, the markets, because the real crisis is diesel. It's $170 diesel, and this is it. The diesel is it. It is it. 100%. To keep your eye on diesel, of course, your everyday gas is important, but diesel makes the world go round, right? School buses, ambulances, fire trucks, everything you could think of, all the delivery trucks out there, semis, whatever. It's all diesel. Now, you got to also see another aspect of this. This reset is being ushered along with this war. Remember what I said? Hormuz is the wheel now. It's really the world war. We're in a world war. We're in it. We're in it. Hormuz is the wheel now, okay, that keeps this depression, what it is, in a sense, that's begun, in motion. Keeps things sealed off. Hormuz, now the Strait of Tears is firing up. Now, take a step back and look over here and realize all these refineries that have been blown up. Remember, we've had like 3 explosions just within our country in the past year or so. All the ones that were strategically shut down in California before this. With no plan to add any other ones behind it. Now I'm looking around the planet. I'm seeing refineries getting targeted strategically in different places, all on the front line around the Gulf. That's what was getting hit. Another And then when we go to Russia, it's not Moscow getting hit. It's not the presidential palace. They're not trying to headhunt and assassinate Vladimir Putin. They're not doing that. They're hitting the refineries right in front of your face. They are systematically wiping them out, and you can do nothing with all the Venezuelan oil and Iranian oil in the world if you cannot refine it. It's worthless. It waits. It waits till you can build somewhere something to refine it. And thus far, none of that is happening anywhere. That's been the sus thing. When California and Newsom shut down all their plants, I got a buddy, Jesse, he works in the refineries out there. They're doing all these shenanigans, and people are scratching their head like, what's going on? Well, look, you've got full-blown cities like Vegas, places in Arizona that depend on special fuel that come out of refineries like California. I've said this before. If you were to blow up or there was a mystery explosion at that place in California, it's over. Those cities are done. Do you understand? One hit. Wipe them out. Cripple them. They're going to have no water and then maybe no power. A place like Vegas. It's crazy. It's all catching up. It don't have to be this way, but apparently they want it this way. Yeah, some people are just rude, man. Let's see. Let's go to the next one. What's it say? Absolutely unprecedented. Diesel crack spread hits a record. Okay? And also, these numbers are just, we're right back near 10. Like last week, I'm like, all right, they're putting stuff back in. Well, that was short-lived. We're right back at 10. SPR, our Strategic Petroleum Reserve, is at a 43-year low. This is like criminal. It's treasonous, is what it is. It's really messed up. A bad position. Just keep an eye and remember, diesel is bad. Look at this. It keeps getting a little crazier here, man. This would be, I don't even know what would happen here. I mean, I guess it would all be ruined if this happened. They are saying that if we continue to deplete our strategic oil reserve, which we're at the bottom. So imagine there's a big underground cavern that they dug out a long time ago, and then they filled it with oil, right? And as long as it stays filled with oil and liquid, it kind of like maintains its structure. When you hollow it out, just like with any hollow structure, like in Florida, underneath, the water runs through it, it hollows out underneath, and it can create a sinkhole type. If the water table drops, the earth can start to fall and give way, and it forms sinkholes and things like that. So it's the same type of thing they're saying here, that they just chop 50 off the stream again. They just chop 50. They just love to chop 50 people off the stream. It's pathetic. It's every stream. I'm so sick of it. But I call it out because you need to see it. If this comes down, I don't know. I'd say it's already too low. They're saying that now. They're saying that the walls can start caving in. What do you do when that happens? I mean, it reminds me of like the sinkholes we saw down Louisiana years ago that were like, it was an old drill thing that concaved, exactly that, and everything started to suck and sink into it, the Louisiana sinkhole. Remember, and it just kept growing and sucking everything down into the earth and taking everything with it. Trees, land, earth, rigs, booms, you name it. It was just sucking it into the earth. Like, that is what they're saying can happen. Why would you do that? Like, why would you even let it? There's no call for it. Hormuz is shut down and all this other stuff. It's all about planning, right? Apparently, no one knows what they're doing, or they're doing this on purpose. One of the two, right? China has added 200,000 BPD to crude reserves in July, despite this whole crisis. So they're doing what a strategic person would do, make sure that they're stocking up on the home front. They got all their reserves, but not here, not us. We're just like reckless, belligerent. Like, it doesn't matter. Now, if we hit an emergency, a crisis, I don't know, lights out, like everything we talked about earlier, you remember, this was how bad of a setup this was. They made sure that we were going to run out of diesel. That means that they were wanting to make sure that we felt as much pain throughout this coming event as possible. What does it tell you about the sickness of your enemy that wants to watch you suffer? And they will watch. They'll watch from drone and satellite, live in HD, like it's Hunger Games. Don't you ever forget it. So the U.S. is forcing the world to take their side. China is telling the other, take their side. And that's exactly what it says here. That's exactly what they're doing. And they're ripping the world in two. It's pretty obvious. Go with China or the U.S. It's also pretty obvious the U.S. is coming to its end run. And at some point here, they telegraphed it clear enough. You're going to knock us from our perch. And it's going to be China that's in on the team that does it. They're going to advance, not to take us over and the world over, but they will move up. And this is to be a multipolar world power. It won't just be the dominant way that it's been ran by the U.S. this whole time. And that the only way that will also be is if the money changes, and it will, which means the dollar will be knocked from its perch in this event. It'll still exist, but it will not be the reserve currency. And what will happen is gold will surge beyond you could ever believe. Regardless of what Trump puts on another price, it's what Russia and China, it's what the rest of the world puts on it. When that move happens, it's screw America. When America falls, they will cheer. Maybe you forgot what they did on 9/11. It was disgusting. But they'll do it again. And they've got one bigger coming. And it's economic 9/11. I've told you the whole time. And what is Trump calling this? An economic D-Day. Like, dude, it's here. From America anytime. Anytime. Hope you got the vacation in the summer and you got it all done. You did do what you need because it's like crunch time from here. Fuel rationing reaches Moscow. It's all around the world. The prices are rising. And the snapback, I'm telling you, I told you, this is where it's at. You see where we're at. I think it's pretty clear. The whole situation with this is rigged. It's staged. Right now, it's centered around the flow of oil, mainly diesel, and then all these other commodities. Okay? In Moscow, gets nailed. Again, huge barrages. But are they hitting, the top commanders or anything? No, they're going after like the refineries and stuff. They are they're adding to crippling the grid. Can't you see they're all jumping up and attacking something that affects the people? Like, this is a war on the people disguised as an open war against each other, like Russia and Ukraine. It ain't never really been about that. If they wanted to take out Zelensky, they could have done it a long time ago. Long time ago. They just want to mass murder people, chop them up all day, every day. Dudes get kidnapped every day in the streets. Nobody cares. And get sent to the meat grinder and chopped up and killed. It's satanic as it gets, but nobody cares. Happens every day, all day. You've got Israel just meat grinding it. Oh, Lebanon, they go meat grind you. Israel could go down here, meat grind Gaza. Go over here and meat grind Syria a little bit. Oh, you talking shit too, Jordan? Go over and meat grind you a little bit. Like, oh, you want some too, America? Wait till you see what we got coming for you. That's how they are. So, like, nobody cares. Like, we're on the wrong side of history here. Look, they just go and chop another 50 off the stream. Look at it. Every single time. It goes right there. It was right there, like 2 away from 1,000. They chop it down to 954. It just keeps happening. Every stream. Every stream. It's not natural flow. Again, we'll keep on calling it out. Go watch somebody else. You will not see it happen. You will not see this happen. And if you did tell me about it. I'm going to come on and watch. I'm going to record it. But I say it all the time. Nobody does. Just like I say, if you got something going on, email me all the time. Nobody ever does. Like, something's got to give, man. We got to get it together. We got to start getting it together. Like, getting together. There's more things, like there's even deeper things that need to be talked about that really can't be talked about on these airwaves. To be honest, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna wrap it up on the war front with this. The Pentagon is weighing a permanent, smaller U.S. presence in the Gulf, but guess what? Just don't call it a retreat. Oh, is that a loss? Because that's a loss all day for Trump, and he just won't have that. So I'm telling you, this economic barrage is begun. They're not going to stop. This is going to last. I'm telling you, they're going to wait him out. Hear me? Hear me? Said a lot tonight, but hear me clear right now. This is about to last like forever. Get ready. Like, soak up that reality that things are only going to compound and get worse from here. They have to. There's no end in sight. You know what this means, right? God shows me like the trouble instantly in one flash, in one vision all the time. And it always takes me so long to explain it. But just one vision. I've seen all the panic. I've seen them going nuts at the stores. All of it. I see it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. All these dumbasses that sit out there all the time when we warn them and warn them and warn. You're like, oh, here's a conspiracy, or this and that, or whatever. Oh, whatever. Oh, whatever. Not a word to be said. They're just going to have to deal with it. You just remember all the times you tried to warn people. All the times you tried to warn people throughout this whole thing. When this goes down, anyone that doubts, screw it. What could you do? I mean, that's what I'm going to tell God. What could I do? I spent over a decade for this crazy ass event, and still people just wouldn't listen. had way more means than me and than other people to make something happen, do something. Not only did they not care about themselves, but it's about their family. Like, none of this has been for me anyway. Like, it'd be all for my family. But people don't even do that for their families. That's disgusting. It's so self-centered. It's garbage. They do nothing for here for me. I run around in rags and I fight the fight for the good Lord, and He sees my every move. Right? I do anything and everything I can for the protection of my people, and that's just how it is. And that's as selfless as it gets. For all these other bitches and busters out there that are all about themselves, shame on you. I don't know what else to say. You do you. I can't, I'm not here to judge, right? That's God's job. Do you, but I think it's shameful that you let fear put you in a comfort zone to where you don't even care about the well-being of your families. It's pathetic. To me, that's pathetic. Sorry, it's pathetic. It's cowardly. It's pathetic. It's crunch time. And I don't know, man. I felt like I'm talking to like the wall a little bit here because I know all you guys get it. I can't reach the ones that need to hear my message. Is the problem. I should be reaching all kinds with this, but I'm so censored. It's pathetic. Like, how you guys get it? You hear me say it all the time. I know you get it. I appreciate you guys showing up and sharing and caring. But truly, the only way I'm going to reach more people is if you guys share. And even then, they might chop it down. I get you guys that email me. You're like, oh, they kicked me from the stream for no reason. Well, I don't know why. Well, you're one of the 50 that keeps getting rejected. And you're proof to me that it's happening. And it's just, I'm so sick of it all. Yeah, it seems we've got some mods that ain't been around in a minute. A few shows. And they're wondering what happened to the mod status. Let me go ahead and give an update real quick. We have a situation for people that are listening. Anyone that wants to know, this will be my one and final update on it. We had a situation here where someone has been deleting all kinds of people, banning them for no reason, belligerently, for opinions. Not because they're threatening, because these people don't threaten. These are people that have been to my conferences, people that or should be here all the time. KY Mountains, Granite that's out there, people that should have never been banned were banned because someone didn't like what they said, or because someone said something to someone else and someone didn't like it. And that's garbage. And there's only one way to get to the bottom of it. And I had to reduce my mods down. I had to wipe like half my mods out. Okay. So it's nothing personal against anyone. Hopefully you understand this and you understand that I have to get to the bottom of this. It's nothing against any one person, but I'm slowly adding mods back. Okay. So like, don't freak out if you don't have a wrench, but it's the only way that I'm going to know. And, I have a pretty good beat on what's going on and who's what. I'm not stupid. People can just say something and I can tell by their action. You don't have to say, you just say something and I know. I can't tell you how. It's a gift God gives me. You can sit there and bullshit all day and a message to me. You can say whatever. I know. It's just it. God-given gift. So, when I ask people, have people done this and done that and this, that, and other people are like, I've never done it. I'll never do this. I'll never block. That's the response I get from half my guys, even my closest. I'll never even hardly have to block anybody. But when I got people that are just like, I have to block this, I have to block that, I have to block this, I have to block that. Well, then you're the one doing the blocking. Yep. And I don't know. Thus far, I'm not getting any more messages that people are blocked. Huh. So maybe the one that's doing it is gone. So we'll see. Again, it'll be a slow process here of adding back. So just bear with me, because some of you don't deserve. I know you're sitting there like, oh crap, I got my wrench taken, like screw Dabu. Like, well, if you want to say screw me and you can't understand me in this process, screw you. You understand that? If you can't understand me in this process, and whatever. Some of you I don't even know. I've never even spoken to and give you a wrench. Okay? Like, all it takes is one word. And thank you for everything, Jocelyn. Always sending me information. All right, did I clear that up? I hope I did. If you feel some kind of way about it, just push on them with life. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. And that's not directed to you, Quantum. There. That's not. That statement there was not, please. I totally appreciate everything you've ever done and do, man. You're just caught up in the storm there, man. No, man. I tell you the same thing I told Steve and to others. Like, I got nothing but love, man. But I went in and I seen I had 20 mods, and it's way too much, and I have to get to the bottom of it. And here I am spending more time talking about it than everyone. Yeah, and the wrench must be earned. It should, yeah. And sometimes you choose bad people. That's just life, right? Sometimes it is. I've been burned so many times. Remember what I said earlier? The whole crew I had around me was of devils. I asked God to remove the evil people around me, hollowed it out. And when I look around, it was for good reason. It's just the way that it is. It's because every one of them had a knife in my back and didn't really care for me. That's all it really comes down to, really being a friend. People care more about other shit connected to me and status connected to me than being my friend. Let me tell you that. Because I ain't got no friends. But I just want to show up and be seen on a stream or soak up whatever Dabu has to offer, but don't really want to be a friend in life. How many times I've seen that? And it sucks. It's a part of the job, I guess, here. It just happens. When you got to go through so many devils just to find a few good people. And people just be true, real, sincerely care, stick to it, not talk shit, not be dramatic, not play high school games. I don't get it. We all make mistakes, yes, but not backstabber mistakes, not drama. When you live a life like I don't live a life like that. I don't live for that. I don't live for that crap. I don't live like that. I don't live for the drama crap like that. I just don't do it. We're all real to the point. I got enough going on. I don't need drama. I don't need crap. All right, so get that all out of the system. But nothing but love, man. Flip in the house, Hoppins in the house, Kenzo, good to see you guys. Hope you guys doing good tonight. Fat Finger says I have brothers. Well, you know I do. I'm good to like that. And I love you to death, Cannons. You know that. Some of you guys mean the world to me, but I'm talking a larger scale, though, man. Is all I'm saying. It just sucks. Like in my shoes, how many people I've met, man. How many people have sucked? And some of you know those people. Some of you may even talk to those people still. Friends with them. I don't know. But have I ever told you, Kev, or anybody, if you're friends with them, fuck you. You're not friends with me? No, I never told you that. Never. I never forced you to have to choose. But I tell you this much, if people want to be a snake in the grass and they want to go run with snakes, don't be surprised when I cut you off and I don't talk to you no more because I feel you're talking to me. This is the way that it is. I see KY Mountain slid back in it. They finally are unblocked, resurrected. Much love, brother. Plank in the house, man. Be there till the power runs out. Hey, man. Unveil the truth. Stealth mode. Hope you're all doing good. I'm going to keep it pushing here and switch out of. Let's pick up a new topic here. Where we at? All right. Well, I switched things up. Like I said, I put the war stuff in with the economic stuff. We'll jump into some of the crazier stories here and kind of criminal stuff and wild stories here real quick. Get some updates. Got Henderson County DA stripped in Trinidad, Texas, because they were arresting citizen journalists that were simply executing their First Amendment right. So that's like me or you go on the street, go live stream, go report on what's happening, And the cops don't like what we're doing. And we're like, well, we got a right to do it. We get in a big argument. Next thing you know, they're arresting us. They're taking us to jail because we're doing our job. So did you just see that? Had 1,030 watching, and they just cut it down to 999. They're like, we can't have that. Dabu broke 1,000. Had 1,030 watching, and they cut it down to 999. It is freaking pathetic. And now down to 964. Do you see that? Do you see the stream? 1,030 to 964 in like less than 20 seconds. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. This is pathetic. How can the stream ever grow and maintain? We battle it every single stream. It's a battle. People claw their way back, claw their way back, and chop 50 off top. And then, you talk shit, 30 more. Chop. I mean, it's ridiculous. It happens in real time. I'll keep calling it out, man. People understand this ain't a game. This is real. It's real. This happens to the real cats. It's part of the tactic. We wouldn't be surprised if they come back with the thumbs down just because they got more used to it. Here we are. I'm literally a minute had gone by, and we have dropped 100 people. We went from 1,030 to less than 930. Dropped off the stream in a minute. In a fucking minute. Dude, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And what am I going to do about it? All I can say is go tell YouTube, complain, tell them, say something. It's them or Restream and Fed, I feel. There's no reason for it. Oh yeah, that's once they try to kill it, they're trying to hammer it. It is pathetic, but everybody here knows. You see it. If you're wondering, why? What's happening? What's been going on? This is it. We're under attack, man. We're under attack right there in front of you. They'll literally zap 100 people out, clear the place out just because they want. It's bullshit. There's only one other thing I know to do. If I can find another service outside of OBS and Restream, one other service, I need to try a third party. I need to try one more service. That's what I'm going to look for. If I can find this one service and run it, see if there's a difference. If it gets throttled off that same way off that, then we know it's YouTube. It's the only other way I can roll it out. The Restream crap. We had to leave OBS because streams kept dropping. Remember, couldn't hold a stream down, it dropped. So we switched to Restream, and then all of a sudden, mysteriously, this starts happening. Here within the past few months. And it's nonstop. I mean, we're down to 860. Are you kidding me? They just decimated it. They decimated the stream. Are you kidding me? I mean, dude, you just watched it in real time. It's absolutely pathetic. You will never in your life witness someone as censored me. People can brag and talk shit about all this other stuff. You will never find someone as censored as Dabu7. You will never.
Kendall, and we've just learned some new information literally within the last 10 minutes from when you first came to us out here at State Fair Park. We now know that multiple officers were attacked, that coming from officers on scene and eyewitnesses right now. I want to give you a look at the main entrance here. This entrance gets you right into Spin City. We're told this is exactly where this happened. When you came to us earlier, if we take a look over here, not as many people here in the front entrance as we saw just about 10 minutes ago. Officers here to the left on their horses, making sure people are cleared out. Earlier at the top of the hour, they told folks that were hanging out here that this is not the space to be waiting for your cars, telling them to go over to other directions. So they've obviously cleared this out somewhat since you last come to us, but I want to give you a look at some video from when we first got here, because this was the chaotic scene. Again, just within the last 10 minutes, this video was taken. You can see dozens of people in the middle of the front entrance. Again, Kendall, as you mentioned, according to an officer here on scene, we're told that this involved an officer getting punched in the face, and then we're told multiple fights broke out after that. We are still trying to work on details as to learning if the officer getting attacked attacked is what started these fights, or if this went on during officers trying to break up other fights. Of course, those are questions we'll keep pressing Milwaukee police for. As far as the officers on scene here, on their horses, on the bicycles, we're told that everybody out here in the front entrance is
Okay, so that's out of Minnesota. Yeah, man, I've been dealing with this stuff for a long time. I've been doing this for years and years and years. I think I've seen Spiro slide by out there. He can attest. Me and Spiro have fought a lot of battles together, and we used to even Cannon's with us some of our streams, but we used to stream together and do our thing, and we would get attacked in ways that were just, he knows it was unique. And this, the thumb down thing, especially, he used to get it as well. I mean, all the time. Like, you'd show up and start a live stream, and there'd be 50 thumbs down on the stream before you even get going. That's what happens to a real truther. Real truthers aren't shared over in the main feed like Candace Owens and Stu Peters. And when you're a real truther, you're back and you think to yourself, how? How can they even be shared, shilled every day, shared by everyone, seen by everyone in the feed every day, and we're buried in the dungeon? And we've been doing this way longer. I've been doing this way longer than you, before Stu Peters or Candace Owens was ever even heard of. Do you understand? Years and years before them. Yet I'm so censored and I'm so buried that they'll be like, who is he? And even if they knew who I was, they would say, who is he? Just to rub it in, to say, fuck you, Dabu. Like, they know I'm a real one. They know. The ones that sell out envy and hate the ones that don't, because they know they lost the one thing that counts when they sold out, and they can never get it back. And I don't care how well they play their position. A sellout is a sellout. You sell your soul, you sell your soul. And don't get it. It's not just the music industry and all that. All these politicians, all these shills in the game, they're fucking millionaires, man. Pools and all these other cats living in $1 million homes, got all this big money. We know the Mossad was paying a whole huge ring of them. You know, all the shills that walked out, DC Drano walked out with the Epstein files in their hand. All them dudes are millionaires. Shills getting shilled every day, all the time. People just gobble it up, man. Like, it's, how do you think it makes a real truther feel that fights the fight and been fighting the fight, like Monograph, me, others out there over the years? Sick to your stomach. But what are you going to do about it? Give up. Quit. That's what they ultimately want. And when you know that, that's why you never quit swinging. You swing for the fences to the end. So they can attack. They can do whatever they want. They can play the little games. What's done in the dark be brought into the light. Kenzo again, thank you. I hope y'all doing good tonight. Shadow Band, what a name. Never is too late to repent. You've got that right. Walk righteous. That is the way out of here. I don't think a whole lot of people care, but walk righteous. Then they steal your stuff? Oh, yeah. Archer says, stop bitching. Okay, well. Fuck you. Yeah, it felt right. Yeah, see you. Yeah. You can come with negative toward me. Yeah, I can come with it back. Yeah. So, I was just flowing. So, if you want to consider that bitch and get out, you ain't got to listen to me bitch no more. You're gone. You go listen over in the corner. Because that's what the haters like to do. You used to run your mouth and get kicked out, but you still go over in the corner and listen. Because with that raw and real, then you realize that you fucked up because you messed with the real. That's just on you. You're gone. Go make another account, try to show back up, get hammered. I don't care. I just did a little extra bitching because you said to quit bitching, so I just had to rub it in, right? Anyhow, I'll go to the next story. Well, I see a lot of, hey, long as the majority you got to laugh out of that. That was worth it, huh? All right, Rubio announces sanctions on the International Criminal Court. Now, why in the world would they ever do this? I'd say because they're getting ready to drop a warrant on Trump. I'm not for sure. I was kidding there, but why not? Like, you see, one false move here in Iran, like some are already saying crimes against humanity already, but as soon as they can really use that against him, it's on. And they could even try to impeach him from here and do all that, but it would drag out all the way to the end of his presidency and there. But why are they really doing? Well, their big boss man's got a warrant. Head mafia dude in the world, Bibi Netanyahu, so to speak, got an international criminal arrest warrant on him. Can you believe that? Like, what are we doing? You can believe that this is real, but this is what our president is running with a one man for murder. The soul collector that has killed more women and children than anyone that you know on this planet alive breathing. He's running with him. The whole pedo protecting class. That is our leadership. Like, we're done. And no one's got the kahunas to stand up against it. Oh, jeez. You tell me all right, how do we get out of this? I'm watching the comment section. Anybody got any ideas? How do we make it out of this? Any ideas? I'm serious. I'm open. Any ideas? How do we get out of this situation? Anybody? We talk about all these problems, but we need answers. I try to provide them. I have left and right people. I just come so hard with the people. Like, oh, I'm like, I'll go out there and they can blow my head off. I don't care. God, like, I will go do this and that, but everyone else just sits there. I'm like, what the? It's like, are we ever going to get anywhere? Like, we need some ideas. We need something. And like, all I've ever done to do is try to do a get together for us, because what else are we going to do? What else do I know to do? And it would be open to as many people as we can. But again, reach is our problem, as you can see, when you're getting tagged. I would love to go around and do like in-person events, because they can't just zap 100 people out of the audience at a fucking time. Like, bing, bing, bing. Like, dude, are you kidding me? Vote harder. Nah. Well, here, let me touch on the last few of these, knock these out here real quick, and then I'll get into my final thoughts here. Fauci's aide pleads guilty to conspiracy that shielded Echo Health records. He's admitting there was crimes done, and this, I feel, could probably be used against Fauci, especially if he's admitting guilt, and he can be used in the case against Fauci. I don't know. This seems like a ruse with Fauci. He's in the headlines and seems all upset, and him and his wife crying and flipping everybody off, but they protect their so good that I just don't see him going down. I see them stalling this out, man, until he dies. I mean, that's what they seem to do with everybody. Freaking Weekend at Bernie's. I mean, Mitch McConnell, perfect example. I mean, a perfect real deal example. Mitch McConnell still ain't showed up. Insane. Just get away with whatever these days, right? Derek Chauvin seeks to dismiss charges in the death of George Floyd. I also noticed that they like to keep me parked at 50. There's something going on with the stream. There's something like massively going on with the stream. Just it's nonstop. I mean, when you do again, I've been doing this for so long. It's so unnatural. I know a natural flow, and it's just not there. Um, so will Derek Chauvin get his charges dismissed? I don't know. I mean, they tried to come out and say that the guy died from an overdose, and how could he have died from a neck on a throat and all this? I always thought that this was like an emotional piece. Just, throw fuel on the flame of the BLM fire. That's what a lot of them check out to be over the years. And I don't know. I don't know what happened with this. The media is accusing Hegseth of covering up the USS Lincoln supply crisis and the fact that these vessels have been in bad condition, like super bad condition. Our troops got to stay on them. People pissed off. And this one right here runs back to my point I was saying earlier about where did people go? Where have people gone? It says, where have all the conservatives gone? Well, they got burnt. They got burnt by Trump. It gets beyond MAGA. MAGA's a word we just use to clown them at this point. But just a bunch of people out there didn't even wear a red hat, didn't consider themselves MAGA or none of that. They voted Trump over the obviously the crap Biden, thinking they did the right thing. And I've seen a ton of them coming out here like, I didn't I didn't vote for this whole ticket. I voted for a peace ticket and all this, not a war ticket. I voted for, certain things, definitely not what we're seeing. And again, I salute people that are waking up to it and admit it, but I think they're having a hard time doing it. So I think people just broke away. Why do you think they've made an entire third party all of a sudden? Dude, we've been hearing echoes of a third party, independent party since Ross Perot, years, right? But come on, like nothing's ever really materialized, but it is now. What does that tell you? That tells you they've lost, even the establishment believes they've lost the reins here with the left-right paradigm. They have to, it's no longer going to be the left-right paradigm. They're going to push the independent party full scale, all-star team, because that's the way they're going to do it. You know it. It's the only way they can do it. They're not going to push a dud. They can push everything that they can into it. And they are. They're already doing it and showing you. That is going to be a huge move. That's the huge, big next election move. You watch. Just where all the energy goes, all the talk, all the shills that were shilling you for MAGA are going to be shilling you for the independent run. You watch. You mark my words, clip it now. Well, Daba's crystal ball. Again, I'm telling you. You watch. Watch. And it will be a huge separation point from here on out. I think it's going to do huge damage to the Republican Party. I think that they've already done it to themselves here. I think what you did with Trump is something that was years in the making, and it can only be done like the way they're doing it in their eyes. And they knew that this was it. This was the gloves come off, the fangs come off, like you show your devil horns type of moment with Trump. But they had to get him there to do all these evil deeds. They had to get him here in this position. So his first whole election, he had to be like an angel and look good. And he tried to fulfill that role. Second time again, it was just even the Joe Biden thing. Why was Joe Biden even put in there? Because they needed illegals to come in. Why did they even need illegals to come in? Because they needed an excuse to have men rounding up humans in this country that we warned you about for a decade. People are like, oh no, it's conspiracy. Oh no, it ain't. It's happening right now. It's called ICE, and people are just conditioned and used to it now, like idiots. Like idiots. And it'd be the same ones that come collecting pure blood. So. Same ones, right in front of your base. And the only way they could get there is to go through those steps, you see. And they knew in the end, it all comes out. The reset happens. This whole war fiasco unravels. It's the reset. It's going to be economic. It's going to be. It's obvious. Can't you see? It's where we are, man. Like, it was meant for this moment in time. So He don't care if people say F him. They don't care if all the people say F the Republican Party, because guess what? They took all their Republican shills, which they did, and slid them into the Central Party, your Tucker Carlsons, your MGTs, your Thomas Masseys. Now get the fuck out of here. People already falling for it. All I gotta say is Thomas Massey didn't take a dime and talk one good thing about him, and someone will fall in love and will forget to use discernment. It's a fact. He didn't take no money from Israel. That is a good thing. He does do good things. Should you blindly go falling in love with him and trust him? No. But people do. Because that's all they do. It's all they do. Believing in false idols like you were warned to never fucking do. Ain't none of them here to help you. Not a single politician. Not even one of these preachers or pastors out here. None of them are showing you the real way out. At all. They got you buffaloed, and you know it. Thankfully, you guys have figured that part out. You've got that one up on all the rest of them. We can all get played and live and die in this place, but at least some of us figured the main thing out on what was going on here and seen through it. But again, people got stung bad by MAGA, and I don't think that some of them are willing to. I think some of them are just, they're done. They're hurt from it. That's the only way to put it. Hurting bad. And I was going to play this piece before I give final thoughts. It is a funny piece, but not funny piece. I don't know. It's one of them ones, like, it depends on your sense of humor. Either you're going to be like, oh, crap, horse bit it. Or you're going to be like, oh, that's not funny, taboo. Those people got hurt. I don't know, man.
Posizione per la Selva, terza è la Torre, Nicchio, ecco, quindi nel bate feroce, ed ecco il terzo e ultimo, San Martino con il Nicchio che sta volando verso il Cassato, ed ecco l'arrivo al Cassato, il Nicchio, seconda posizione per la Selva, terza è la Torre, Nicchio, ecco.
So, I don't know. Smack with a horse, not too funny, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of getting out there and running with wild animals, man. But, yeah, 5D chess, huh? 5D chess, huh? You think about some of these clowns here lately. They've positioned everybody into different places. Alex Jones was supposed to be, sued billions, but no, they just slid him over onto a buddy up with Elon on the whole X profile. He's going live there. They shifted Owen. And dyed his hair and did all kinds of goofy stuff with him and shifted him over here, but made sure he's shielded in the flow every day, just like Candace, just like Stu Peters, just like all the ones that get their shilling. Yeah, the poor horse. There you go, kid. That's right. I knew there's some kind of empathy coming out there somewhere. Yeah, I care more about the horse. Yeah, right. Animals are more loving and peaceful than humans these days. I got to huck a bear before I was a human. I'm just kidding. But maybe, I don't know. B-Sim attacked by a white orb. Oh, yeah. And let me just mention this. I haven't put it out yet. Maybe I'm just going to. And I'll watch that video, B-Sim, after I'm done with the stream. I appreciate you sending it to me. But someone caught a UFO. A freaking white orb, flash of light UFO. Not a bug, not a bird. Because I show you what birds look like. And the closest thing could have possibly been to anyone, honestly, could even try to say it was a bug that went to the frame, but it's not. Because I wouldn't waste my breath. I've been here too many times with this crap. The whole reason it was pointed out to me is because in a video that I shot walking and talking, and way off in the distance behind me in the trees, in the mountains, just a flash of white light, broad daylight right over my shoulder. And he was right. There was. And when you go to frame by frame, something comes out of the flash of white light and zips up and out of the frame, and you can tell it's way back in the distance over the mountain in the same vicinity, distance is where the white light came from, way back, maybe a mile behind me, off these mountaintops, coming right out of the woods, broad daylight, and it was crazy. Crazy. And there's about 4 or 5 frames of the solid object going up and out and through the sky. I mean, just like that. If you're just watching it, you would. I missed it. Shout out to the cat that caught it. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, your cats are catching UFO and orbs around me in my own videos. Whoa. So get ready. I'm gonna have to drop it now that I said it, just so I can show. Yeah, it's nuts. You'll see it. It's broad daylight. It's there, and you can see a dark object in the sky. Multiple frames. You can see it going by, and it's just there. It's there. The thing that sets it off is the white flash. But that's how they do. If you don't know, UFOs, the real deal ones, they enter and exit off of stepping in and out of dimensions, and that gives off a burst of white light that is called neutrino light. It's very special light. It's very interesting light, and it's tracked. It's tracked. We know this. They track it by satellite. They track it by anything and everything, because they know when they pick up a flash of neutrino light, it's special. It's given off in that step down. They know someone came in or out. You know, they may not be able to track a UFO, so to speak, on traditional radar, but they can track them through neutrino light. And it's real, though. They have been. And they'll continue to. It's an easy way to do it. It's known. It's been known at this point. They need to just go ahead and do a release. Anti-gravitics and all this stuff. My fear is, though, it's going to be on the other side of the reset, and we're not going to be able to participate in it. It's going to be like a carrot on the stick. Like, oh, yeah, W. You see everybody over here flying around on Jetsons cars? Just come take the mark. Yeah, like, nah. Sorry, partner. Waiting this one out. But I'm going to sit here and I guarantee you I'm going to watch a ton of people go into the beast system, and you will too. You talk about things hollow out. Yeah. Because you'll see just how fake everybody was throughout all the years and just quietly disappear. Just quietly walk away from Dabu and act like you never spent any time over here knowing all this, and just slide right onto the beast system. Act like no one knows. Oh, I had to. It just, it's going to happen. Some people are going to do it, and they'll have to go to the grave with that. I'm not so past you're going to make it past the second death. People have got this life fucked up. Really, they're all worried about living and dying. And yeah, I dropped the F-bomb. If you can't handle it, then go put your big boy britches on. I don't tell you. This flesh life, dying in the flesh, is nothing. It's all about your soul. And when it's thrown on scales, if it fails, it's all that matters. That's it. So walk righteous, my friends. And I'll see you on the other side. I hope that some of you are on a good trajectory. I know that some of you are, and I look forward to seeing some of you, because it's the only hope that I got, seeing you where the righteous souls are. And Spiro, you don't know how much that means, brother. I appreciate the monetary addition, but the message for my heart means more. And for my soul does more. Much love, everybody. Yes. Thank you so much. If you guys got any crazy stuff, orbs, send it to me. I mean, I wasn't even going to bring this one up, but if, you know, there's a lot of things I see and I get sent to me, and if it's super debatable or it's just not really, I won't even put it out, because it's you know. But like this, the burst of light, you know, made it And when you go from to you got something. Yes, build your house in heaven. You got that right. Everybody work toward that. Look, I appreciate you guys. what do we do? I asked it earlier. Like, what do we do from here? Like, what's some ideas, man? Like, we do these live shows. Yeah, I report on the news 3 times a week. We get together, but like, I'm ready to do something. Like, we need to like do something. Like, I'm not talking like you got to ruin your life and like go to jail or like get on another government list, but something. I don't care if it's just a meet up or something. Maybe we're not promised tomorrow, man. I don't tell you all what's going on with me because a lot of lightweight don't fully know, but I'm just going to tell you, like, not going to be here forever. And like, I'm ready to get in and do some things. And like, within the next year, I'm going to end up making some big switch ups. I couldn't do the things that I wanted this year. Like in the beginning of the year, I wanted to do an underground conference. It just didn't align, didn't come together. As soon as I started to see people that I wanted there and could not be there, I don't know. I don't know. Things just didn't. And then people left me hanging. A bunch of people left me hanging. I'll just be honest with you. It's not forget. I did a huge poll, and thank you, Cannons. Slide in, OG brother. And Susan. Thank you guys so much. I mean, thank you so much, you guys coming through there. The meetups just didn't happen this year. I had disappointingly, again, this goes back to the whole thing of this disappointments. It sucks. What can you do? Like, I've been just left hanging by someone that I've known for years that showed up here, even in these chats the past few weeks, saying, let's ride, and telling me all these things and filling my head with all these hopes, and this ghosts me. I ain't even gonna say his name. But it's not like it's just nobody. It's like somebody I've known for years and I've ran with and everything else. And it's disappointing. It's like, what the? I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyhow, if I can make something happen, and I can get Spiro, drag his ass across the damn country, and I can get his ass to actually come, I'll do it. But if Spiro can't come, I ain't doing it. I ain't like that one. Yeah. Son, you're coming. Yeah. Thank you for the coffees. You're coming. So is Cannons. We gotta get together or something. Like I drag my ass back out there. Like I said before, Vegas to do this damn show. I don't care. Something's got to give here, man. I'll be running the back like an option. KY Mountain, man. I know, brother. Good. Much love to all you guys. Florio checking, man. You don't know how much I think about you sometimes. It may be odd because we don't talk a lot or nothing, but I met Florio in the streets, running the streets, guys, and that's the difference in meeting someone. It sticks with you for the rest of your life. And me and Florio ran the streets down in Carolinas, wasn't it? And he was there. He just popped up. He knew I was going, heard on the stream. He came out in the streets with his camera and he rode. He ran the street. That's a rider right there. You understand? That's earning stripes. That's like unforgettable. And that's being legendary, man. Getting out there and being a part of it. And never forget you, Florio. So much love. Good to see you. I love it when people check in. I see that you're still alive and breathing because we lose so many people, man. Yeah, no, no pressure. No pressure at all, Spiro. None at all. DY definitely be there, standing in the corner with a gun, ready to blow somebody's head off if they want to mess with anybody. So, Skeeby, Hoodie Ross be doing the same. Our events are highly secure. Let's put it that way. I don't go into honeypot places, and anywhere that we hold our events, we're plenty strapped up. Hell, I'll pull one out the bag if I had to. Conference on a KY Mountain. I don't know, man. It's hard enough to get people to go anywhere. Like, people got to leave  and like go vacation. Like, if I'm like, look, I'm having something somewhere, and you got to talk a family member into doing it, or get out of work, or just please yourself. Like, where's it going to be? What atmosphere? You know, and my only two options have been Vegas over the years and Florida. The people screamed they wanted, so that's where I'm still at with it. But KY is where I've always had it. But I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, man. That I thank you guys for joining me for another one tonight. Stealth modes of KY is a long way, yeah. Yeah. Like when you just want to go down to the beach or do go down to, I don't know. I said Vegas because it was central out there. It could be Phoenix, Vegas, whatever, but Vegas is always come back to Vegas. I don't know, man. I appreciate all your thoughts, though. It helps me get a better bead on everything. And I thank you guys for hanging in there. Where we at here? Just past top of the hour, all right. South Point in Vegas. See, I'm saying we already got connections out there. We've had connections out there just waiting. Plank and Company out there holding it down. Yeah, man. Much love to everybody out there. All right, man. Well, I guess I'm gonna shut it down. I thank you for joining. Thank you for everything. Really do, man. All you guys. Yeah, man. As I always say, if the Lord doesn't return the coming days, I'll see you next time here for some Underground World News Live. And may the Most High in heaven, God bless all of you that call upon Him. And I love all of you. Yeah, Florida, then Vegas, KY. I think that's the way it's going to have to go. Just because. I don't know. Anyhow, taking us out of here on the Dream by Live One. No. This one.
This is Dabusa. It's
Jake from the Village. 22 months on the underground.
Lights out. One of the most recent warnings was the World Economic Forum warning of this lights out event. Also dubbing this year the year of the Polycrisis.
The signs in the skies that my ghetto space failing. Extra solar flesh, enemies prevailing. We in the time when the truth's unveiling. You better catch up fast and stop trailing. The nailing the focus misdirecting nations. Flames and die resisting temptations. Only way to moving, taking haven. Agenda 21's all about sustaining. The powers that be to continue reigning. So don't be mad when the MPs are raining. The days are numbered, I hear the seas wailing. So from here on in, it's strictly plain sailing. When the grid goes down, you better be ready. When the grid goes down, when the grid goes down, you better be ready. When the grid goes down, when the grid goes down, you better be ready. When the grid goes down, when the grid goes down, you better be ready.
And seeing more and more things like air glow, and this is all part of an increase in the sun's activity from these CMEs. The solar cycle 25. We're entering the peak a little ahead of schedule. We don't want to see a Carrington event happen
Fat
this
finger.
day and age.
Ready or not, so keep your eyes to the skies for the signs being shown. It's now time to prepare for when the power's gone. Is it Chinese spy blues with Biggie showered from, or Carrington 2.0 powered on? There's many scenarios for what beckons when the countdown clock reaches the final second. Russian super nuke shoes are threatened, so they letting them off like coronal mass ejections. Science the weapon, the choice they've chosen. Like classic as a vice, they cold and frozen. It's all lies, the world's not broken, but the countdown to 2030's not joking. When the grid goes down, you better be ready. When the grid goes down, when the grid goes down, you better be ready. When the grid goes down, when the grid goes down, you better be ready. When the grid goes down, when the grid goes down, you better be ready.
that the electric will go out up to 30 days. So that seems to be the window. They also state that people cannot survive without water, and that this too will shut down the water supply. How many people are paying attention?
Ready or not, pay attention, people, to the lies they spin. When the grid goes down, was it planned by kings? Got the man guy sling and a rock to sling. So show respect, it don't cost a thing. Like shots that ring, people look for cover. When shit is the fan, then people gon' suffer. The end's close, I can smell the sulfur. The grid's going down, well, wait, you're another.
Yeah, it's lights out like an EMP. Blood in the streets in the land of the free. It's all by design by the GOVERNMENT. Unless we get hit by CME, there's really no telling when the moment it's gon' be. From the time that it spark, reject the mark. You better have a plan or get left in the dark. Yeah, from the time that it spark, reject the mark. You better have a plan or get left in the dark.
When the grid goes down, you better be ready. When the grid goes down, when the grid goes down, you better be ready. When the grid goes down, when the grid goes down, you better be ready. When the grid goes down, when the grid goes down, you better be ready. You better be ready. Ready or not? Ready or not? Ready or not? Ready or not?
I spent a decade warning everybody about this event. We're on the doorstep of it. I'm warning you. They're telegraphing it again. So this is a repeated theme. Now they've got one of their Hollywood goons out here reading from the script, warning, lights out is coming. It's like we can't trust anything going on out there. We've got to stay on top of things. Eyes to the sky, y'all.
Much love.